This is colligative properties for the Virginia Chemistry SOL. Dissolving substances in water will lower water's freezing point. You can see here a graph of grams of NaCl versus the freezing point, and as we add grams of NaCl, the freezing point drops. Dissolving substances in water will also raise water's boiling point. We have a similar graph where we show the grams of sodium chloride increasing and simultaneously the boiling point of the water is increasing. The more dissolved particles, the more water is protected from freezing or boiling. Ionic compounds dissolve into more particles per mole than molecular compounds because ionic compounds dissociate into ions. Notice that sodium chloride dissociates into 2 ions, or 2 particles. Calcium chloride dissociates into 3 ions, or 3 particles, whereas glucose, C6H12O6, when you dissolve it, dissolves only into 1 particle per molecule. Therefore, ionic compounds are better at protecting water from freezing or boiling than molecular compounds. There are real-life, useful applications of colligative properties. Roads are salted to lower the freezing point of water. When salting roads, calcium chloride works better than sodium chloride because calcium chloride produces 3 ions per mole, and sodium chloride produces only 2 ions per mole. If you've ever made ice cream in a bag, you have used colligative properties because adding salt to the ice lowers the freezing point of the ice so that you freeze the milk and sugar combination in your smaller bag. Here's a couple of pictures to help you remember. Friends keep you from freezing. So the water molecule is represented by the blue and the non-volatile solutes by the happy little sleeping orange balls. Friends also keep you cool. The orange little balls represent non-volatile solutes, and the blue happy molecule is water. Let's try a question. If you have 1 molar solutions of sodium chloride, calcium chloride, iron 3 chloride, and methanol, which one would have the lowest freezing point? Remember, think about how many particles will be produced per substance. You should have selected 1.0 molar iron 3 chloride because iron 3 chloride would produce 4 moles of ions as it dissolves. CH3OH is a molecule, methanol, and it won't dissolve into ions. Remember, the more particles in solution, the harder it is to freeze water or boil water.